So good evening. It's October, it's full moon, which means it's the full hunter moon. But it's also the second of 3 full super moons in a row, but tonight happens to be the closest super moon, or perigee moon as its real name is called, of the year. The problem is I'm just home from work and I don't have time to get somewhere like the beach or something with a clear horizon. So I'm just flying up to Phoenix Park. Now it came up, what time? It's 6:21, it came up at 6:11, so it's already up 10 minutes. So I'm probably going to miss the moon. I'm not too worried about it, but it'll take a few minutes to get up over the kind of trees in the city anyway, so I might still see something. If it works out, there's a shot I got years ago, the old children's hospital with all the cranes and all, and they're still building this hospital years later, but the moon kind of lined up, so it looks like the crane is lifting the moon. I might try something like that again, but like I said, it might be too late for that. Anyway, the main thing I'm going out for is the Comet A3 Atlas, Tsuchinshan Atlas, which I shot a couple of nights ago, but I didn't have this video camera with me to make a video, which I'm kind of sorry because it turned out to be great. So there's a bit of cloud on the horizon. I'm hoping that's going to clear. I won't know till I get to my location. I'm just in the Phoenix Park here. I'm just there's a hill down here with an old fort on it, and you've kind of got views all the way around. And I'm starting to see now, it doesn't look like there's a bit of cloud, but I thought that the other night as well. And then once I got down here, it cleared. So let's see. So I'm looking roughly where the sun went down. I could see it as I was driving down the road, and there's clear patches and bits of cloud, so we might have some luck. The other thing is, like I said, it's full moon night, so I wouldn't normally shoot the sky in a full moon because it washes most things out, but this comet has a tail like 10 to 15 degrees long, so like, I got shots on my phone a couple of nights ago. That's how good it was. So let's just get up here and see if we can see the moon, and if we can, we try and get a shot of that. If not, I'll still have to wait. Like, it's only, what's I said, it's 6:23 now. Like, I got here quick. I live beside the park. Looks like there could be a bit of cloud east as well, but I'm going to run up to the top of this hill. Even if I manage to shoot the moon or don't shoot or whichever, I still have a bit of a wait before the comet comes up, because like I said, it's 20 past 6, 25 past 6, say. And the comet from the other night, it didn't start appearing until about 7:30. Now, it'll be a little bit higher in the sky tonight, so I'm just going to have to wait and see. So I'm just going to head up this hill. The comet later I'm going to shoot over there. See, with the lone trees and the people are walking around and all. But this is the higher hill, so I just want to get up here to see if I can see the moon rise or if I missed it. I've had a lot of people on to me tonight since I threw a story up telling people that it's full moon, but I wouldn't be out for it, but the comet would be out. And so many people messaging me, and I don't really want to tell everyone where I'm going. I don't mind a few people here, but you know, people start walking into my compositions and all. That's what I'm afraid of. So, but look, I might end up telling a couple of people, we'll see. So out of breath after walking up the hill. I'm clearly doing work on the A4 here. That's my sky over there. There is cloud, I don't know if you can see. And the moon, I haven't even checked. Oh, there. I was going to say lined up with a crane. It's exactly lined up with the crane there, but it's actually too high. Like, it's at the same height as the crane. I needed it below it. Just a pee, but it's only peeping out of the cloud, so I might just grab a shot anyway next to the crane. I'm going to quickly set up. It looks like it wasn't clear on the horizon. There's the moon out now, and I'll give you a look at my camera here, what I've just taken, just to give you an idea. Flip this around so make sure you can see my screen. Let me zoom in. Yep, I'm just picking up my reflection. See, the crane is actually touching the moon, which is not, I wanted to lift the moon up. So sure, look. I can get it sitting on top of the crane now as well. That's actually a little bit blurry, that shot. But I didn't have it on my my tripod or nothing, just handheld really quick, because I doubt it's going to actually show up there. So because I'm shooting at 200mm, that was blurry because my shutter speed was only a 40th of a second handheld. If it's handheld and I'm shooting at 200mm, my shutter speed needs to be at least 200 of a second to compensate for that. But it's sitting right on top of the crane now. So I'm shooting at 250th of a second at 800 ISO. Like, there's no, like, I'm not mad about it because it's sitting on top of the crane, you know, but the sky behind me is lighting up nicely, but I'm afraid that's going to be in my way for my comet shot, which is so annoying. Ah well. So I picked a spot on the hill here. It's a bit open, like it's fairly windy. I'd rather be sheltered, but I need to be up high just to make sure I can see everything. I'm going to set up my star track. Well, I'm going to take out my star track. I can't set it up until I can actually see the North Star. Or if I know roughly where North is, you know, I might just get a second or two. But obviously the better I line it up, the more it's going to track. So I'm just waiting for it to get dark. There is clouds, but there's gaps in them as well. So I'm expecting to get a shot just in between the gaps. So I will run over there later. I'll show you in a minute the lone tree, what I was getting the other night. But I want to set the tracker up. The thing is, this is a public park. So obviously once it gets dark I can't see anything. The other night there was no one here. I was running off and leaving my gear here and coming back. But everybody kind of knows about this Comet now. Probably because me telling them anyway. But yeah, I just had to be wary about leaving my gear and running off, you know. Now, I don't usually use this tripod for my tracker. I usually use my heavy duty one, but I was carrying my camera bag and my bag with this tracker and other bits and pieces, video gear, and I just couldn't carry any more weight. So I'm going to set up with this and hope for the best. So there we go, ball head goes on here, and then my camera will just go onto this, but I really do need to wait until I can see the North Star. And you know, I forgot to bring a head torch, and I think I have one in the car, but I'm not dragging all the gear back down to the car, but it just means it's going to be really hard to show you. So, right, I need to get my bearings here. So if the moon came up over, actually the moon's over there, the moon comes up in the east, so north is here. So I need to have my camera and my tripod with the tracker roughly facing north. My tripod has to be perfectly level. And then I find the North Star looking through this, line it up, switch it all on, and we are good to go. But I have to wait for it to get dark to do that. So for the minute, I'm going to leave that there. I'm just going to get my camera ready though, so I can start scanning the skies. So I was saying earlier, I still need to wait for it to get dark. But I have the tracker roughly pointed north. I just need to wait for the North Star to come out to confirm that, and the 7200 on it, and I'll get that set up. In the meantime, I'm going to flip this camera around and I'm going to manually scan the sky. So I know Venus was close to the sun, so you obviously follow the colour over there. The sun's obviously gone down over there, so Venus would have been here. And Arcturus, the bright star, I just need to find that's going to be up here. The Comet's in the middle of them. So I'm going to scan the sky, see if I can find Arcturus and work my way backwards. Let's see if we can find this comet. So start off, it's still really bright. Let me see, I'll go 400 ISO, about a fifth of a second, f2.8, just to scan the sky. And if that's Arcturus, at least I can, okay, there we go. Let me just zoom in on that, times 10, put my focus to manual focus, and I'm just going to manually focus on that star until I make it as small as I can possibly make it. And that should be my focus. So even when the comet comes out now, at least I have my focus. Now, all I need to do is scan the sky between Arcturus here and all the way down to where Venus would have went. It's somewhere in the middle, but it's also right where those clouds are. Quick look through my still area map, and between Venus and Arcturus is where it was the other night, but it's much higher. It's in around about the same height as Arcturus, which is actually really cool. I don't know if it will show on this. Let me tilt this up, but there's an airplane going over, and I'm guessing it's roughly that height. But that means it's much higher in the sky and out that cloud, which is brilliant. But it is going to be coming down. But going by this, I think I need to go the same height as Arcturus. Now, lock that off for a minute. I'll see if I can just, if you can, where my finger is pointing. Let me see, for about the same height as the camera, like. So, like, that's a fair bit up in the sky, isn't it? That's Arcturus there, and if it's at that same height, but around about closer over to Venus, I'm guessing somewhere there. So even though those clouds are there, I should start seeing it up there. The problem is it doesn't, well, not that it's a problem, but just it doesn't make itself visible until it gets that little bit darker. So I'm still hanging around waiting, and I still need to see the North Star so I can align this tracker. I've just spent the last half an hour finding Polaris, setting up the tracker, everything, nailing focus, getting my tripod perfect. Turned the tracker on, nothing, battery dead. So spare batteries there, took them out, put them in, nothing. I had another set of spare batteries, put them in, nothing. So I don't know what's going on. Surely all my batteries can't be dead unless the cold is after killing them. But it means I've no tracker now, which is, I'm so annoyed. And there's a hell of a lot more cloud after moving in, if I can flip you around. You see all that band of cloud? Now, it should be just above that at the minute, but I've been wasting time trying to set up the tracker when I could have been scanning the skies, and it means I can't get me longer exposures now. I'm so annoyed. I should have checked before I left the house, but anyway, let's see what we can do now without it. So I'm scanning the skies here. Now, I'm still at 200 mil, and I have a fuzzy blob, which is what it looked like the other night. Let me just zoom in. Oh, that's it, all right. See the tail. I wonder, can you see through? Where's the camera? Sorry. It's off when I look away. Let's see if I can get the camera up to the viewfinder. Sorry, I can't see in the dark. Can you see it there? I don't know if you can see that or not. That's it. But the problem is now I can't shoot at 200 mil because I don't have the tracker. So I'm after having loads of cloud there as soon as I went to take a shot. It's clear now, but like I said, I had to go down to 70 mil and I'm only getting 6-second exposure, so it's still too bright. I mean, I can get it and get a tail, but it's tiny. I really wanted that 200 mil shot on the star tracker. So I'm after ringing my son and saying, do you want to see a comet? He says, yeah. So him and his mister are going to come up and say, you wouldn't go to the shop and pick me up batteries, would you? And get here as quick as you can. So he's bringing me batteries, which means I need to get the tracker back out and get it set up again, then get the batteries into it and hope he gets here on time. Sorry, I didn't have the mic on for the last video there, but I was trying to show you the Starlink satellites going over, but I don't think I showed up on this camera. I'm just going to have a quick zoom in, see if I can get this to focus. I have the Comet at 70 mil. Again, I never know if this is in focus or not because the screen is so small, but she's there. But I'm hoping my son is on the way with the batteries because I've just thrown, I know you can't see here, I've put the star tracker back on. I have it roughly aligned north, so I'll do it properly when he gets here. But the skies have mostly cleared, so I'm going to continue taking shots. So the moon has come out from behind the tree and it has completely transformed this landscape. It's just lit up now. You could not see my camera a minute ago. Look, you can see, you can make out the black and the white. You couldn't see that a minute ago. So I got my batteries, Mark brought them up for me. See the moon behind me, completely washing out the whole thing. It's casting shadows on the ground. The comet is there. I'm at 200 mil now because I'm actually on the star tracker. But I'm only getting 10 seconds at like 400 ISO because it's completely blown out. Look how bright it is. That looks like daytime now. So I'm going to head over to the trees over here. I think I'm just going to stop the time lapse and I'm going to get a shot of us all standing under the tree with the comet over us before it's lost in the twilight. So I've given up on the tracker. It's a waste of time, to be honest. It's so bright with that moon now. But I'm just getting Mark and Rebecca just to pose for a few shots up by the tree there and walk by, and I'm getting video here. I went to get the video a minute ago and it says hang on, I get the Osmo Pocket and record it on that, and put my hand in my pocket and it was gone. So we spent the last 5 minutes searching through the long grass with torches until I found it because I had dropped it. Fell out of my pocket and I hadn't even noticed. But, yeah, let me check, hang on. Yeah, that's good, come on. I'm just going to get these walking into the frame. Oop. So I think we're going to call that one a night. The moon has just completely blown out my shots, but we have some nice ones on the hill Mark and Rebecca stand there and the Comet right beside them. I think that's probably going to be the shot of the night. But as the Comet's just gone into cloud there and the moon going over, it's pretty pointless hanging around, so I'm just going to pack up and get out of here, and if I got anything decent, you'll be seeing it in here and now. So until next time. Mad last minute dash here, but there's a clear spell heading towards Wicklow. It's only the next county over. Google Maps says I can be there in just under an hour. So I'm just flying down to the car park in the Sugarloaf. I was going to meet my mate Jay down at Blessing and Lakes, but he's sending me videos and all, and it looks lovely and clear, and it would be great to get it over the reflection, but you'd have to have like wide angle. I'm not sure the Comet would show up. I'm after a zoomed in shot because it's fading out now. I'm trying to track it. So the nearest place I can think of reasonably dark, or at least a little bit dark, is the Sugarloaf car park. So I'm just flying down there and I can set up next to the car, because like it's now 20 past 7, so it's going to be 20 past 8, nearly quarter past 8 by the time I arrive, and like that's kind of peak time, so I need to get me gear all set up and everything. And so yeah, I'm cutting it close, but I'm going to take the chance and just hope that it's clear and I can get a zoomed in shot. So far, I'm still on the motorway, so I know it's hard to see, but I'm not seeing any stars, which is not a good sign. There could be cloud. Anyway, I'm going for this Sugarloaf car park, but I would normally do a video of me getting there, arriving, setting up and all. The next video you see, I will most likely be set up and already shooting, and I'll talk you through it because I'm in that much of a hurry. I just need to get set up as soon as I get there. But we'll see. I'll let you know soon enough. I turned onto the country roads and I was getting worried I couldn't see stars, and then I came around the corner and I saw stars. So I pulled in at the side of the road and I got out of the car and had a look, and it's crystal clear. Now, I'm just trying to get me bearings. There's a couple of cars at the other end of the car park with their engines running and all, because I haven't been in this car park in a long time because it used to get a bit dodgy. I kind of stopped coming here, but it's a handy one for now. But I'm going to set up here and I just need to get my bearings to see which way I'm actually facing. I can see the Big Dipper, which points to the north there, so I know north is that way, looking directly over the Sugarloaf towards Dublin, which means east is that way, south's that way, west behind me, I need southwest. Now, there's a town up there, Roundwood, and there's like a pillar of light coming up into the sky from the actual town. Look, I'm not worried. Let's see what we can do. Woo! The whole train of Starlink satellites. Wow, there's loads of them. They just keep going. I don't know if they are showing up on this because, as usual, I cannot tell if this is what it's looking at because you can't really see it in the dark. But there is a whole train of them going all the way down the sky there. Guys, I'm doing something I have never done in my life before. Found a Comet straight away, and I'm using a Comet to focus on. To focus. Sorry, I can't even. Well, let me open my screen here. And I'll just zoom in. Oop. Can you see that? Come on, focus. I'm sorry, I just cannot get this to focus. Probably because I have it on the low light mode, but I'm using a Comet to get focus. Unbelievable. Right, let me change my settings. Let me see. Let's try 1600 and f2.8. I'm just going to go 15 seconds first just to have a look. See what it looks like. Right, just bear with me and we'll just have a look at this on the live view and then we'll see where we go from there. Like I said, I'm after the zoom shot. If it's tracking, I'm going to do multiple long exposures and try and stack them in deep sky stacker and see how this works out. I haven't seen many shots with the twin tails, the ion tail and the main tail, but okay, that's not great. I need to change my white balance. I'll get back onto using and switch back to normal video mode because sometimes that can focus. That's at f4 and that's, oh, sorry, wrong one. That's at f2.8. It's really bright, but wow, the tail is filling the frame. This is going to leave the shot fairly quick. Even though I'm tracking, it's not moving at the same rate as the stars. But wow, I'm delighted to get this. At the minute, I have it set to take 60 second. I was at 90. I've gone back to 60 just so I can get more. And I'm just going to press go, 5 second delay. And I'm going to walk away. And now I'm going to chill and just watch this as it takes loads of shots from me. Delighted I came down now. I'm just moving over here just away from my camera. I'm shooting there at 70mm and it's practically filling the frame. But I have another camera and a wide angle of 16 to 35, and because it's so close to the Milky Way, I'm thinking I'd love a shot of it with the Milky Way. But of course I didn't bring another tripod, and I always have other tripods. Anyway, I put it on the roof of the car on a cushion with a couple of cloths holding it up, and I'm just doing 20-second exposures at really high ISO, like 4000 or something. And I think I'm only shooting at 16mm, but I'll try and get a little time lapse out of it. It'll be noisy, but run it as a time lapse. You'll see the Milky Way moving across the sky and the comet coming down the sky. Could be nice. So I think I'm going to call that one a successful night. I think I can see the anti-tail in my shot. Let me just flip these around. Again, it's going to be very hard for me to see my screen in this, but let me just call up a shot there. Oh. If this will show on the screen, I'm just going to zoom in to the bit I was talking about. It's actually harder to see when you zoom in, but the bit coming down here at an angle, I believe, is the anti-tail. I always forget this is touchscreen. Actually, you can just zoom right in. Lovely. Tail's gone on for ages. It's gone lost into the light pollution now. But that's a 70mm I zoomed out at, and that is filling the frame from top to bottom. So what I'm doing, I'm going to do dark frames, as they're called. Let me just start this up with my shutter release. Bloody hell, I can't see in the dark. Here it is. So again, for darks, you just do the same exposure you've been doing, which is 1 minute exposures, 5-second delay. And actually, just stop that for a second. I just want to change this. I'm going to set it to take 20 shots, because I have it set on 399. That's the max. So I don't need a 20 shots. So 21 minute shots, and with the lens cap on, using the same settings, and they will be my dark frames. It will just help cancel out any noise. There we go. 20 and start. 3, 2, 1. Click. There we go. So flip this back around. I'm happy with that. Obviously, I'm going to shoot my dark frames, and then I'm going to try stack all them together and use the shots from the other night as well, and show you them, and then what it's like from a darker sky away from Dublin City. And you'll be seeing all the shots here now in a minute. Oh, the moon's coming up faster. Yeah, good time to stop. The comet is still there, but it's going into the light pollution now, and I wanted decent shots for stacking, so that's all I need. So once I have this done, it's time to head home. So I'm going to leave it there until next time.